people can say all you want about the pick. Look, most of us don't know, anything about these problems. We have an idea.
Yeah.
They needed to help their defense, and in particular, for a long time now, the left side still needs help, but in particular, the right side. That they addressed this, and all things being equal, it was kind of obvious that this was the guy they were going to go for. What are you hearing?
So it was at the Buffalo Combine, Donnie, for me, where the Canucks showed Willander a lot of love. Just took him out for dinner, the whole 9 yards. The kid grew up as a Canucks fan. He loves the Sedin twins. His agent told us as well today, Donnie, he had a good feeling after the Combine it was going to be Willander. A lot of people are saying they could have got him a little bit lower at 13 or 14 or 15, but you've identified the guy. That's who you want. I know the Zach Benson thing's out there, and it's going to be there for a long time. They bypassed the local kid who's a wonderful talent. But right now, Donnie, I'm sorry. This team's been in shambles for 12 years. It is not the place and time to take a local kid just because he's a local kid. It is now time to take the best player available, and in their eyes, that was the best player available. And they hadn't taken a defenseman in rounds 1 and 2 for 4 straight years. So guess what? They were in a position where, honestly, they had to take a defenseman. Bottom line. It was a positional pick. There's no question, Don. No question.
And you look at the way he moves on the blue line. He says he has to work on his offense, and you look at the highlights here, and he looks like he's pretty good offensively. But the thing that surprised a lot of people yesterday, and again, we're learning more and more about this kid, is that he switched from forward. And now he's not the first guy to do this, but he switched from forward to defense just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive that you can do that and get drafted 11th overall by a National Hockey League team.
Yeah.
You mentioned him growing up a Canucks fan, Tom Willander here. And by the way, you got somebody whose first language is Swedish, another language other than English. His interview yesterday.
Good.
18-year-old kid. Very, very impressive. Here he is yesterday talking about what you talked about, growing up. You believe this? Growing up a Canucks fan.
Vancouver was actually my first ever team that I started cheering for. I'd say mainly because of the Sedins, obviously, being probably the most dominant pair of players ever. But I guess also I thought the logo was cool. So I got a bit nostalgic seeing it up on the stage. So it's a lot of fun.
And he made it clear the logo he was talking about was the Orca. And, this just in, Tom Willander, the first person on the planet who likes that logo.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I wonder if he's aware that nobody in the city likes it.
I remember when they showed that logo in this city for the first time. It was you at Sports Page. Everybody just ripped the hell out of it.
Constipated whale.
Oh, just absolutely ripped
it. Tom Willander likes it, so who are we to go against his opinion?
I also want to say this quickly, Don. He's going to the Boston University next year. He's going to be coached by former NHLer Jay Pandolfo. This kid's family holds education very, 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 very high on the importance ladder, and they could. Not many Swedish kids go to NCAA after getting drafted. They wanted the education. They identified Boston University. This is a family that told this kid, and this kid agreed, education is number one.